How's it going, everybody? Welcome back to another video. Today we're going diving again, of course. I was supposed to go on the boat today, but it didn't work out. We had to cancel, so I'm just gonna head out from shore like I always do. Hopefully get on some fish still and, you know, get lucky. But yeah, it's still dark out. It's still pretty early, so we're gonna try and get to the spot. Hopefully no one else is there, and then hopefully get on some fish. So I'll see you in the water. Alright guys, so first drop, I saw a nice helu from the surface. So I kind of just dropped down. He was kind of far away when I saw him, so I just wanted to drop down and see if I could bring him in. Can kind of see him in the distance there, so I started dusting a little bit. Just trying to attract his attention. Staying really still so I don't spook him. Meanwhile, just looking around behind me, seeing if anything else good is coming in, but the helu starts coming. He stops by a little bit, checks something out, and then comes the rest of the way in. Right in range. So I just line up my gun, and then boom. I tried helu the first time in my last video. If you guys saw that, I shot a good size helu, and they taste pretty dang good. So happy to take another one. It's interesting how I don't remember ever seeing these guys and then seeing two in a row. So here's the clip. I saw a big yellow spot chilling with some opelu, this big school of opelu. So I dropped down, and the thing about yellow spots is they're not really smart, as you can see here. So I just trying to cut him off, and then he turns and he comes straight at me, and then boom. He gave me a perfect shot, so that shot wasn't going anywhere. And anyway, as I was saying about yellow spots not being smart, it's just this habit that they have. Every yellow spot that I've shot, whenever you're dropping down, that's when they come up and look at you. So if you see a yellow spot, I would say your best chance is to try and cut him off and dive bomb him like I did. I've never shot a yellow spot by going down to the bottom and calling him in, although I'm sure that works in some cases. But just try, and because it's this weird habit that they have, that where they don't swim directly away from you. They kind of go perpendicular and try and swim in front of you. And so and they kind of stay in that range for a long time, and then that's when you can get them. But yeah, so eventually you'll catch up to them and cut them off, and just like that, you'll have a good shot. But yeah, this guy was really strong. He's putting up a really good fight. After about 5 minutes of fighting him, I finally started to get him close. Just trying to wrangle this guy in. Big jacks like this, like big omilus, big whites, big jacks, they don't fight like ukus, where ukus is just you shoot them, they have one big run where they take a ton of line, and then after that they're tired out and it's pretty much over. Jacks like this, they fight different. They separate their energy, I guess, in a sense, in the case that when you shoot them, they usually don't take one big run. They run every so often. Like this guy, if you guys were watching, every so often he'll try and make a dash for it. It's not like one big him pulling and then it's over. This guy was pulling line, and then I would start bringing him close, and then he'd go on another run. So it was pretty interesting. I've been shooting ukus a lot, and he was a nice change of pace, and can't wait to eat this guy. They're like one of the best, if not the best tasting jack species in Hawaii that you can shoot on the reef. So really nice fish. Super stoked. Hoping he's 10 pounds, but I actually haven't weighed him yet, so I'll get a weight on him pretty soon. But yeah, super nice fish. Super stoked. And honestly, it doesn't matter if he's 10 pounds or not. Still a super nice fish. Probably one of the best fish, I would say, that I've ever shot. Just because of its size and the species. How good they are for eating is just... Got really lucky today. Managed to get this guy. So, super stoked. But after this, things kind of started to take a turn for the worse. Alright, so in this clip, here's where things start to kind of go downhill. So I noticed this big flat rock, and I could see big nanues kind of circling in and out of there. So I thought maybe it might be a decent sized cave, maybe a Omilu house or something like that. So I start dropping, and I look inside, and immediately there's a big knife jaw right there. I don't know if you guys caught that, but he's right there. There he is. Big knife jaw. And he swims over to this section of the rock, and you can't see him here. But he was right in front of me, so I just pulled the trigger. I knew it was a guaranteed shot, but I made a crucial mistake there in not grabbing my own shooting line and yanking him out of the hole. So I go back down, and I have my dad's gun just in case there's like an eel or something in these rocks, because I know I'm going to have to reach down there. And I can see him right there, but he's got my stuff all tangled up underneath this rock. And if I had grabbed my shooting line and just yanked him out, I would have been fine, but I didn't do that. And that's why you'll see I lose this fish eventually. So, and a fish that strong, yanking him out of the hole is no problem, because it's not going to break, it's not strong enough to break the mono for sure. And I had a lot of air left. So I saw a shark go into this rock, and I was like, oh god. So I bring a knife down to brain this knife jaw so I can get him out of there, and he's not there anymore. So I'm like, oh god. And then I see like a cloud of blood right there coming out of from underneath the rock, and I pretty much knew. I don't know if you guys can see in there, but there's a big white tip just eating away at my poor knife jaw. But yeah, so I lost that knife jaw. I actually ended up cutting my line and having to retie it in the water. And so this is after I saw a big pile of moo, and they were pretty curious even after I tried to kind of lunge at that small one. They still kind of stayed curious, and so I started dusting. I put my head down. If you see my hand there, that's a piece of chum, and this is my big mistake. So I'm doing everything right. The moose are coming in. I'm so stoked. I'm about to shoot another 7-pounder. And boom! Oh my god. That eel comes from outside. He comes outside of that rock, around the rock, and then freaking bites me. But no matter. I still got my big yellow spot. At least that guy didn't get taxed. And yeah, super stoked. Man, I shot that Roy later off camera. But yeah, big yellow spot. It's like a dream fish right there. Alright guys, we got the big yellow spot in the cooler. Let's try and get a weight on him. Okay. Alright, scale set to 0. Oh, so close. Almost an ulua. Almost a yellow spot ulua. 9.22 pounds. So close. Alright guys, that is it for today's video. Thank you all so much for watching. Eel bite's doing alright. I would have shown you guys, but this bottom part is kind of messed up. I can show you the top. Right there. It's the top part of its jaw, and then the bottom part, he kind of messed me up a little bit. That part, borderline needed stitches, but my dad said it's probably going to be fine. So for now, not going to get any stitches, and should be okay. Gonna have a mean scar, but shouldn't be any worse than that. But yeah, I managed to get a really nice yellow spot. Super stoked on that. Nice Helu too, but the yellow spot, 9.22 pounds. That's pretty cool. Almost 10 pounds. That would have been sick, but still a really awesome fish. And I'm gonna get Gyotaku that one and cook it up, and it should taste amazing. If you guys want to see that in a video, let me know. Leave that in the comments, the Gyotaku and the cook up. If you guys want to see that, let me know. But yeah, other than that, that's all I got for you guys today. Remember, if you like this video, hit that like button, hit the subscribe button. It really helps me out a lot. It really means a lot to me. So if you guys could do that for me, that would be super awesome. Thank you. Thank all of you for watching. And yeah, I'll see you in the next one. Cheers, everybody.